Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. We got a 2020 Honda CRF250 Rally with 15,000 kilometers in the shop. And it's here because one of you guys asked me to work on it. Nope, we're not going to turn this into a supermoto because that's not what my client wants. He recently bought this used for a really good price, but it has some issues that need fixing, and we'll be adding cost-effective parts that will make it a better long-distance machine. So if you happen to be in the market for a used 250 Rally or standard CRF250L and want to know what to look out for or what to put on, stick around because this video is for you. Now before I begin, I would like to thank Marcel G for contacting me and trusting our services here at the shop. He is currently on the road right now and having a good time riding his 250 Rally in the southern islands of the Philippines. Alright, back to his bike. Again, this is a 2020 model CRF250 Rally with 15,000 kilometers on the clock. He bought this for a really good price, but it comes with issues. Evidence that despite the low mileage, this bike was ridden hard by the previous owner or not properly maintained. Let's start with the most common issues with the 250L, which is the bearings, specifically the steering neck bearings. Yes, this part is notorious for seizing up, and I have seen this issue in most of the CRFs that I converted to supermotos. Even the 150L and the current model 300L have this issue as well. To check if your neck bearings are okay, put the bike on a lift or bike stand and tap the handlebars like so. If your steering feels a bit rough or has some resistance, or it locks in a certain position, then that's a sign of bad neck bearings. Replace those ASAP. This one definitely needs a replacement. Now the cool thing about this part though is that it fits all three CRF models, from the 150L, the 250, and even the current 300L. Now speaking of bearings, check the ones found in the hubs if they feel stuck or hard to spin. Another part you should check on is the linkage in the rear shock. They're pretty bulletproof but do require lubrication from time to time. The ones on this bike are still good though. Next thing to check will be the brakes. Yes, the ever so important braking system. The front brake on this bike felt a bit mushy and lacked biting power. This one had worn out brake pads and one of the pistons is stuck. Now the only solution to this is to overhaul it. Now the next one was a bit of a shocker. This bike is missing the fork dust shields. This is pretty odd. Obvious sign that the previous owner had the seals replaced and forgot to put in new dust shields. Based on experience, the CRF250 is known for blowing fork seals, especially around the 10,000 kilometer mark. To do this, we went ahead and serviced the forks, replaced the old fork seals, and added a pair of new dust shields. For fork fluid, we use automatic transmission fluid since it works perfectly for this application. Now the rear suspension was still working properly, so no need to touch on that. Next would be the bars. This bike was dropped hard and the scratches and worn out decals make it obvious. As you can see, the stock bars are bent. See, look at that. Not a big thing really, but it can get annoying if you keep looking at it. Now to fix that, we installed a set of mid-bend fat bars with risers. Not only does it look good, it also improves rider comfort in handling. Now speaking of comfort, Marcel requested to add more padding on the seats without adding height. For that, I had Jerry from Revolt Cycles do his magic. He added more seat foam on the sides for a wider base to sit on. Now according to Marcel, the previous owner had recently changed the engine oil. There is no way to tell if that is true or not, but we have to take his word despite what we have seen so far. The engine seems to be okay, no weird noises or misfiring. However, the air filter was really dirty and at that point of breaking apart. Quick fix to that was replace it with a brand new OEM air filter. Now since this bike is going on a long trip over various terrain, it deserves a fresh set of tires. We installed Shinko E705 dual sport tires. These are 70% street and 30% dirt. Sizes are 90 by 90/21 up front and 120/80/18 for the back. If you want to know more about these tires, check the link in the description below for my review. Now, the CRF250 Rally lacks two very important features despite it being considered as a lightweight adventure tourer. One would be the lack of storage. For that, we installed this heavy-duty tail rack. Honestly, I forgot what brand this is, but you can bolt on a top case to store your stuff on, or strap on your dry bags if a top case looks too nerdy for you. Second would be the lights. The stock Rally headlight is okay for general riding, but honestly, they're a bit lacking, especially at nighttime, riding in some lonely road. To fix that, we installed a pair of Lux Pro LED driving lights to help lead the way. These are the 48-watt versions and offer serious illumination for a tiny package. Alrighty, this bike is ready to go and should be able to bring Marcel around for a long time. I know this because he has been updating me on his adventures ever since this bike left the shop. That's it for this video. If you guys found this helpful, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And if you have something good to add to this video, leave a comment below for others to read. As always, see you next time. Bye.